Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And fighting down inside the 25. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. And they'll be led out by a four-time Super Bowl champion elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame back in the year 2000. This is Joe Montana.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the ball.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. An inside run with Lynch. Fights through and now a crease. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown. Packers. Marshawn Lynch. 45 yards. And the Packers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in because he had at least a couple of guys had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back in your salad days in Evansville.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They will look to throw. Montana. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time looked well for a solid gain.
And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Here's Montana to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens
Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Montana into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, 62 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in right around the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. On first down, this is McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
To throw is Montana. This taken in by Kincaid. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. This is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1.
He's still barreling through. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On second down, Montana. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ty Law. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Well, Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Montana. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marshawn Lynch with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So 2 quarters. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And running with power here. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not.
That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the 13-time Pro Bowler Ray Lewis. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now Montana. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The tight end in motion right. They run the quick dive with Allstott. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. They go again with Allstott. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you...
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Howie Long drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Packers ready to take over offensively. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to get a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Three quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now this throw caught left side, and he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. 14 yards that time for number 14. So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw again. Buying time to his left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got it. That's St. Brown. Touchdown, Packers. From 17 yards out. And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but this...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Taken at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss. Because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Shotgun. Here's Montana.
They'll get this to Clayton. It's complete.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
So the Raiders backed up here to begin their first drive.
Bringing them out is one of the most exciting players in the NFL every season. A former MVP, it's Lamar Jackson.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
To throw is Jackson.
He couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
They're such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. He's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better. They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And it's a Packers touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive to help themselves out.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. They go play action now. Jackson.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Javon Hargrave, the D-tackle, getting the sack. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about they red man coverage and decided to test him early? But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Packers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. This is caught inside the 15. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Greg Olsen, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Las Vegas sending out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taking on the midfield logo. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a...
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Sanders on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This taken in at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson now. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Play action. Now Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again.
Kalijah Kancey
in there to drop him at sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Let's go, man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On second down, McCaffrey. Oh, nice move. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 13-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On second down, Lynch. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. First down, the run with Lynch. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. They'll get 8 yards on the run, and that is going to close out this third quarter. Back now at Lambeau. Second and a couple. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. Down the left sideline. 57 yards rushing for him now, just his first 3 carries.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marshawn Lynch, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers are able to widen their advantage.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's all capped off by a Marshawn Lynch touchdown run.
Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken at the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
Second and 10.
Now Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Raiders on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And taken at the 46. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And his throw here's incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately,
he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. picked off by Tyrell. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
This taken in at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He hits Adams complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
4-yard gain on the play. First down, Raiders.
Here's Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Again, Jackson. Caught on the right side by Adams. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42.
Gain of 19 yards. First down, Raiders.
Now it's Jackson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. One last shot for Jackson. And it's complete to Adams. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by a 7th-year pro and a literal rocket scientist. Here's Joshua Dobbs.
This is what this man was born for, the big spotlight on the national stage like this. Really, his entire career, he's demonstrated incredible poise, no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too big for him, and you can tell in the way that he takes the field. His self-belief is evident, and he gets the job done in his mind each and every time.
Here we go, Jack.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this complete to Henry over the middle.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
60 boxes, 60 boxes.
Dobbs. A quick throw there is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 5.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw Dobbs. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams there to bring him down. Now here's Michael Dixon, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Returnable here from the 38.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So now it's the Packers' turn to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. They go play action here on 1st down. Touchdown, Packers! Jerry Rice, 31 yards. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Here comes Devin Hester bringing it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
18, Robert, 18, Robert.
On play action, it's Dobbs. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Okay, great.
Here's Dobbs to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball down.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Taken from just outside the 30. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got him in, complete.
Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown, Packers. Jerry Rice. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You've just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
And now out comes Minnesota. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A run by Foreman to start the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play. Throwing here, Dobbs. And the catch made by Johnson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter.
Here's 3rd and 7.
As they've got it as we resume action. To throw is Dobbs. That is caught. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Dobbs to throw. Short pass caught by Henry. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go.
2nd and 6.
Unlock line. Hey, hey, check, check.
Foreman powering ahead.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back to Foreman on 1st.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Ray Lewis up from his linebacker spot to make the play. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And a 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have
have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big pickup of 38. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Airing it out for Olsen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's complete to Fitzgerald. And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. George Kittle, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
At 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone.
Sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after the game. We're going to skip through halftime here and headed back to the field for the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material?
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. Jerry Rice, 74 yards. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. The partner, he has carried them in this ball game, throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Viking 18.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down.
To the left side and intercepted.
And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Parker, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Dobbs.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now Dobbs. And he's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Devin Hester, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Lynch up the middle. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They go up the middle with Lynch. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back.
2nd down and 8.
And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll run again with Lynch. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Sanders' kick is good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Dobbs. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Chris Jones forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Well,
the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Lambeau.
This taken in right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers.
Leading them out, someone who came into the NFL all the way back in 2009, and one of the league's longest tenured vets. It's Brian Hoyer.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
From the 20, here's the 2nd and 9.
Here's Hoyer. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Right back to him on first down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down.
Jack Campbell running him down behind the line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's James. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
Tell you what, partner, he might just be a rookie, but he certainly looks the part of a veteran NFL starter, and he carries himself like one leading the offense out there. In a lot of ways, he is advanced as a first-year quarterback, and he came in and was right at home with this offense.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it.
Tries for Rice, intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Hoyer. Throw left side, caught here by Ward. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after one. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Now Hoyer. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Perry. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. They run it with James. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the 13-time Pro Bowler Ray Lewis. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a 4-wide place. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run.
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
A lot of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Chris Jones coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Packers with the football here late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports halftime report. Not too much to show you in terms of scoring plays.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because, remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have 1 half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. An inside run with Lynch. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another 1st, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back to throw here. Tries for Rice, intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. So these two teams will take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. Back now at Lambeau. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. As it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Touchdown, Packers! George Kittle, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Well, I think we both got to thinking the team that scores the first TD may be the one to win this football game, and here we go. Our first touchdown, and it comes in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and it's a testament that both of these defenses were able to hold the line this long, but now, on the other side of the field, they've got to be thinking if they got it done, we should be able to punch one in ourselves.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So now the Niners down 7-0, 2:25 remaining.
needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Chris Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. But it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Hoyer. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. So now let's look at the situation. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, so barring a 1st down, they could conceivably get the ball back.
So now it's all about defense and stopping the clock. Don't give up any yardage, right? Use your timeouts. And your offense always practices going downfield without timeouts. You know, those 2-minute drills, most of them are run in practice without the benefit of timeouts. They want to make it as tough a situation as possible. They're in it right now.
The 49ers now going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another run, this time McCaffrey. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run for it with Lynch. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Center's kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate. I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
Certainly not the highest of scoring games, Charles. Their offense did some okay things.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Lambeau. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll have Lamar Jackson calling the shots, the former Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right to the air is Jackson.
Flushed out right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw here complete to Ward.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Jackson going to keep it running right.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming in.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Packers.
Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive.
Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Now it's Jackson. His throw incomplete.
Haven't been a corner that's worth the salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Here's Jackson to throw.
Throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Had no command that time, man. Ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On third down, Jackson got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jackson. He'll buy some time right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Jackson. That is caught. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now Jackson on first down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised him a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped him well short of a first down.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. That is caught. It's Xavier Hutchinson. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On 3rd and 1, Jackson working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Boy stays up. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now Jackson on 2nd down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Well, this has been a close game throughout, but that return can help them gain the separation that they've been seeking throughout the game.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Starting the second half of the run by McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 2nd down, Lynch. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside at 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter.
And so close, he gets it to the run. Out of bounds right there.
60 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
And we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They'll run with Lynch. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Marshawn Lynch taking it in from a yard out.
And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, the next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Back now at Lambeau. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line.
McCaffrey fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Again, McCaffrey.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's got it. It's caught from Packers touchdown. George Kittle from 10 yards out. And the Packers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Sanders on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
This taken in at the goal line.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's taken on his own 46. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, partner, because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
It's complete to Fitzgerald. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it's the veteran Larry Fitzgerald who finishes it off with a touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by the 13-time Pro Bowler Ray Lewis. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And they take a knee.
Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, you realize that both sides of the ball were so dominant in this game. And on offense, not only did they score it, but they did it through the air as well as on the ground. Everything was working.
And you know that the guys who scored the touchdowns, who contributed that way, that threw them or ran them, they're going to find our cameras and have a big grin for them. But I hope our cameras find that offensive line. How versatile